Well, as we've been telling you here for months, the opiate epidemic is taking over communities here in the Miami Valley.
Even though you know what the issue is, even though you know how it can be treated, even though you know how people can be helped, the problem is overwhelming us.
And he is not alone, but which community is being hit the hardest? 2 News reporter Jordan Bowen is working for you, digging deeper into the numbers. He is live outside Meadowdale Baptist, where a town hall is about to get underway.
That's right, Mark. This is the 3rd town hall hosted by the Montgomery County Drug-Free Coalition as a way to educate the community about the opioid crisis. We wanted to dig deeper into this issue, so I requested 911 calls from the last 6 months related to overdoses. We sorted through the calls and went to the neighborhoods seeing the most.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
1921 South Gettysburg Avenue.
A recurring address for dispatchers and a familiar home to some who don't have one.
Do you think you guys have saved a lot of lives?
Yes, I would say somewhere between 50 and 80.
It's St. Vincent de Paul's homeless shelter for men, and since January 2017, 2 News crunched the numbers and found medics responded here 30 times for overdoses related to opiates.
I have staff attending to this client, but he's cold and unresponsive.
It simply mirrors what's going on in the rest of our community.
St. Vincent de Paul Executive Director David Bohart tells me opioid overdoses are rampant here, and it's no different across Montgomery County. In 2016, the county reported more than 300 overdose deaths. This year, the county has already surpassed those numbers and is on trend to record more than 800 overdose deaths.
We do a lot of things around the shelter with gloves and just not being quite so careless about what we might find in a bag.
Brian Fraley Wilson is in his 8th year of managing the shelter. Steps from his office, a familiar sound. Each day, hundreds of men are wanded and searched for drugs.
It may not be an overdose. It may be somebody carrying, it could be paraphernalia, but it's something we always have to be on the lookout for.
Because of the high number of overdoses here, officials have trained all employees on how to use Narcan, and they have it ready to go at a moment's notice.
We take them out of the package, insert it in their nostril, and press on the plunger.
St. Vincent de Paul isn't the only concentrated area seeing an influx in overdoses. 2 News sorted through 911 calls and went knocking in one Dayton neighborhood where overdose calls are customary.
I think she's overdosed and I don't know what she's taken.
Morgan Avenue, a street stretching 2 blocks, recorded 21 overdose calls in 6 months. In the short hour we spent there, 2 overdose calls came in.
It's not Morgan Avenue, it's Morgan Avenue.
Right, that's what they call it now.
We tried to talk to other residents, but Daniel Banks was the only one brave enough to talk to us on camera. The other residents tell us it's their unfortunate reality that they're too afraid to talk about, worried of the repercussions that may come from speaking out.
You get to see the ambulances almost every day, the fire trucks almost every day, the police almost every day.
It's a problem consuming the minds of law enforcement and their resources.
$24 worth of heroin could cost us, about 6-8 times of Narcan, $400 to save you.
Montgomery County Sheriff Phil Plummer says the problem is especially difficult to solve because it's unlike anything law enforcement has experienced before. He says it comes down to 3 initiatives: reducing the supply, treating the addicts, and educating the young. Others, like Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley, are going after the drug companies, blaming them for the deadly crisis.
They started the market, frankly, with, the knowing that it was addictive, and they didn't do anything about it.
On behalf of the city, the mayor is suing several drug companies. She's demanding they pay for a crisis that has drained public funds and killed thousands of people. Critics argue it's an issue that will take too long to solve in a courtroom. Those critics say that effort is better spent on educating and treating recovering addicts like Cheryl.
If we just had more facilities that would take patients right away, then I believe the success rate would help, and more neighbors being involved and not living in fear of calling the police.
Cheryl's story is one of hope, hard work, and belief in oneself that success is possible against all odds.
It has nothing to do with income. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with a very powerful addiction.
And to see a map of the areas hit the hardest, head to our website, WDTN.com. Later, we'll be going inside this town hall and getting new reaction for you tonight at 11. Live in Dayton, Jordan Bowen, 2 News, working for you.